everyone.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Mike. And
we are Lovey's Fat Life.
She almost said Fluffy's Flat
Fluff
Life. Fluffy's Fat Life. We're Lovey's Fat Life.
Can we do that again?
Well, I think it's funny. Let's just go with it. All right, so we're here to talk about the cons on the Carnival Horizon. We absolutely, let's preface this right off the bat. We love the ship.
We did.
It's probably our new favorite ship.
Yes.
And slightly, Beginning of the Sunshine, which is an older ship. Horizon's not brand new, but for us it was new.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're not trying to compare this thing to the XL class ships that are brand new.
No.
But these are a few things that, some of them may be a little bit nitpicky, but these are some things that we thought the Horizon could improve on in the future.
Yes.
Some things you may agree with, some things you may not. And that's fine. So please put that in the comment section here. So my number one thing was, and this is more of the Carnival staff, I guess, and stuff, which I know they're kind of short staffed right now, was there was no ice. I mean, every time we went to get a meal and eat in a common area, like outside in the Tides Bar area or in the Lido Marketplace area, the sitting, when you went to the machines, they were all empty.
Yeah, and this wasn't just a one-time thing.
No, it was all the time.
This was multiple times.
Yeah.
And I don't like hot water.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't eat in the main dining room the whole week, so we can't say that, hey, it was,
right.
There was no ice there. But just in the regular eating areas and the common areas that you ate at, not restaurants or anything, none of the machines were, they were all empty.
It was hit and miss.
So we were drinking hot water because we were trying to drink water, a lot of water on the ship, and it was always hot water because there was no ice.
Not happy about that.
So next one, Michelle, you want to take it?
Yeah. There were several times when we really had to search for a bathroom. And the signage is not real, evident to see. We really, like on the 5th floor in the common area, we had to search for one.
Yeah, there's one right beside Pixels, but I kept looking at it. Once you go down the hallway, you see the sign.
Right.
But they need, in my opinion, they need to have signs up more saying bathrooms this way or something like that.
That many people on such a...
And I think there's plenty of bathrooms. It's just the signage is not very good.
I didn't see any other than that one.
I think there was plenty of them out there. We just, I know there was one further down, like near the Rec Arcade. But again, there was no sign saying where to go to. There was one right outside the Liquid Lounge. The Liquid Lounge. But there was no signage saying bathroom this way or restrooms this way or anything like that. So that's just something small.
Yes. But it's not small when you got to go.
When you got to go, you got to go. All right. So this one, Michelle, I'll let you talk about it.
Noises. That was a very noisy ship. Our room.
Yeah. Now we were on 2 cove balcony. We're down lower to the water.
Right.
But there was something going on outside.
And this wasn't a people noise.
No, it was like a clicking or a banging the whole time.
Right.
The lifeboats were above us.
Right.
And maybe something on the lifeboats was just like, rocking a little bit, but it was just a constant pinging.
There were other mechanical kind of sounding noises that we would hear. So it was a very noisy ship.
Yeah, I slept fine. Don't get me wrong. It was just right before you fall asleep, you would hear that.
We would know
what is that? I gotta, gotta go out there and do something out on the outside of the deck to see if that will stop it or if it's something in the room.
Yeah.
But again, we got over it. This is a big one for me.
Yes.
Elevators. I am not a fan of the elevator system. I know people come on here and say, well, if you would operate it correctly, it wouldn't be an issue.
We did operate it correctly.
We're educated. I may not sound educated.
We are.
But, from the beginning of the ship, when we got on, we went straight up to like 10, up to Lido, had no issues. Right. Then when you came back down to 2, we could never get back up to the Lido deck for sail away party.
Yes.
And
we waited forever.
It took forever for them to get the luggage in. They took up all the middle elevators. We went to 2 different elevators, waited 15 to 30 minutes on each one of them. Never got an elevator to come down to pick us up, to take us up to 10. We finally just gave up and went back to our room on deck 2 in the cove balcony because the elevators, and I thought it would get better after the first day or 2, but even on the last day,
Right.
You would wait for a long time for especially on deck too, waiting for an elevator to come pick you up.
And if I had great knees, we would take the steps, but I don't, so I can't. So yes, sometimes I think that has a lot to do with human error and people not following instructions.
Right. All right. So next one is Michelle. You want to talk about that one?
Sure. So in the MDR and the steakhouse, seating is super tight. Even more so in the MDR. We ate for brunch one day, and my goodness,
there's probably 4 inches between your table and the next table.
Yes.
So by the end of the meal, we had our family of 3, and then there was another couple of 2 that sat across from each other, and another couple of 2 sat beside them. And there's only this much room, 4 inches in between each table. Yeah. And you can't have a conversation with your family without everybody hearing about
Not
it.
Not a comfortable conversation.
Yeah, it was a little, and there was plenty of space in there. So I don't know why they packed people that close together. So was not a big fan of that. And then the steakhouse was the same way. I mean, you're paying $48 a plate, and there may be a foot in between the tables there, but you're still right there. I mean, we were in conversation, and then the table beside us started asking us questions.
Right.
And
luckily, it was a great couple, and we enjoyed their company.
They were a nice couple. But they were from, was it Michigan? They were from. They were from Michigan. But I mean, they were a great couple. But it's still, I mean, you just know, when you go to a steakhouse, you want a nice romantic dinner with your spouse.
Because we left the kid in the room.
Yeah, he was in the room ordering room service,
playing games. But anyway.
All right, so next is the shower seemed a little small. Maybe I've gained a little weight, but I probably have gained a lot of weight. But the shower seemed to be small. And also along with that is the water pressure was not that great.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a lot newer ship than Carnival Sunshine. Carnival Sunshine has the best water pressure of any ship I've been on.
They do.
But the water pressure was not very good in our room anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree. And I don't like the shower curtain sticking to me. But anyway, the next one would be at night on our favorite area, they would close it off. They would run us out so they could clean.
Yeah, it was deck 5. And if, late at night and it's like 8, 9 o'clock and you want to sit out there and enjoy the breeze. And
this happened like 3 occasions.
It happened like 3 different occasions, 8 days, where they'd say, oh, we need to get out here. And I know they have to wash the deck down or they had to do repairs or something. But it was like, that's one of the nicest areas on the whole ship to hang out in.
Yeah. Don't run us out.
And they were running. I mean, yeah, do it at 2 or 3 in the morning. Why are we doing it right there at 8 or 9 o'clock during a weeknight or one of your night of sailings, and run people off during that time period? But that's another small thing we have there. I'll do it. So the next one is smoke was pretty bad in the casino area. I went in and played a couple nights. And it was just really smoky. I came back and she'll be like, was you in the bar? No, honey, I was in the casino. I mean, it was so thick, the smoke, the filtration system in there. And there was a lot of people, especially late. I mean, at daytime it wasn't so bad, but late at night, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, midnight, and the number of people in there smoking, it was just so smoky. So ventilation system in the casino area definitely could be improved on. And if you don't like smoke or you have you still had to walk through that area, and it was pretty smoky.
So the next one would be, we were locked out of our safe twice for no fault of our own. I'm not sure what kind of faulty safe we had, but it's kind of scary when you get locked out when your possessions are in there.
Yeah, so we had to call the room steward twice and call the help desk. Well, called the steward once, the help desk the other time. They had somebody from the maintenance team had to come out. The very first day that we were in there, it was locked to start with, so we couldn't get in. Maybe the person before us did that. I don't know. That's what I kind of thought of. But about halfway through the week,
it did it again.
We used the same code the whole time, and it did it again.
Yes.
So I don't know if the battery was going bad in it, or I don't know what was happening with it. But again, that's a little con of ours that it may or may not be Carnival's fault.
So the next one is not such a small thing.
No, it's actually small. That's the reason it's on this list.
Yes, but not small in importance.
Yeah, the Ocean Plaza seating area. They had these like wicker chairs that they were like, if you're 180 pounds, 150 pounds, you're not going to have a problem.
Well, I've got a big behind.
If you got
and
a
it was
big behind like
uncomfortable.
Frankenstein, it's going beep, beep, beep down Sesame Street, you're going to
You
have a
didn't need to
problem with
add
it.
all that.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be bad. You know,
Yeah.
the Ocean Plaza area is a really cool area. The
And
only thing is, I just don't like those chairs in there. I mean, again, we're bigger people. I'm a fluffy guy. You can't sit there. And then the only area they have in that area, I mean, that's where they have the band, the karaoke, other things going on. And then even the bar area to the right of it, if you're facing the stage looking out, it's got those same chairs too.
Right.
They have, I used to call it Fat Row because they had one whole side of like bench seating walking up Ocean Plaza, up high, the pixels in that whole area. That's where all the big people, the fluffy people, would go sit because that was the only place to sit to be able to listen to the band as well. And they did have bench seating, but it was up high and those tables were up high. So if you had mobility issues and you're big, you were really in trouble because you couldn't get up on the bench, and it was just like high, like,
and that's just not comfortable.
Yeah. So that was probably a big one for me.
It was a big one because we really enjoy sitting in Ocean Plaza and listening to the music and having a drink at night.
That's why the Pig and Anchor bar area was so much better because they didn't have that type seating in there,
right?
And they had regular chairs without the hip huggers on them. So. Yes. Yeah, so another one for me was the first couple of days. We were on deck 2, Cove Balcony. It had a stinky smell, like a sewage smell.
It did.
After about 2 days, it went
away and didn't return.
But the very first day and the next day afterwards, I was like, God, what have we gotten into?
Something was going on.
I don't want to be on deck 2 anymore, but something was smelling and it didn't smell good.
Yes.
All right, Michelle, what's your next one?
So the Lido Deck and the crowds, it was just really crowded and there was not enough seating for the amount of people that are on there.
I mean, unless you got up really early in the morning, went out there and grabbed a seat. And I get it. People put stuff there and they leave and come back and you're not supposed to do that.
It's done.
I mean, you're just not enough chairs. You don't have anywhere to sit. Like on the deck 11, which is a cool area, it kind of has an overhang. One side's smoking, one side's not smoking.
You forget it.
You're not going to get a seat there unless you get out there early. I mean, if you were to go eat somewhere like C-Day brunch and then come back and change and then try to go out there,
nope, you can forget it.
You wouldn't get a seat. And then
this one was big.
This is a big one for me. There was not, like, I like to go have an omelet made fresh and then get like a bagel or something and and eat, but there was not enough omelet stations on there. I couldn't believe, as big as that ship is. I mean, it's not huge, but it's a decent sized Carnival ship.
Yes.
And there was a lot of people on there. I think 3,600 people full capacity. There was only 2 omelet stations, and it was right there at, kind of think near where the deli's located. And they had 2 lines there, but that's it. And like, we've been on the Sunshine and it had 4, sometimes 6 stations. This only had 2. And I had to wait like 15, 20 minutes. I finally just got out of line and went and just got a few little scrambled eggs. I didn't care for it at all, but I really shocked the omelet station. They didn't have more omelet stations on there.
I agree.
All right. So we nitpicked that to death, but we're just trying to keep things real for you and keep things honest with you. Again, none of these things would say I'm not booking that cruise again.
No.
We absolutely love the Horizon. Please check out our list on the pros that we liked about it, things we liked about it, actually things we loved about it. But we have to keep up with this little list along the cruise.
Absolutely.
And want to tell you, because some of these things may be deal breakers for some of you. I don't know.
Yes.
All right. So thank you guys. Please like and subscribe to Lovey's Fat Life. The FAT stands for
and travel.
Oh, that was so good. Bye.
Bye.